All sports, all plays. All sports, all plays. All sports, all plays. 365, we making a plays. You talking the game, get you through the days. We're high in the court, the dime in the lane. Variety, topics, living the same. All presentation, sports information. In the airways, taking the nation. All sport, all plays, like working your faces. Grace at the field, so tie the laces. All sports, all plays.
That'd be absolutely devastating.
This is Joey Owens' show. They've been trying to get me on this broadcast forever, and this is the worst damn broadcast I've ever been on. So you all can kiss my ass while I win this match.
Look at that remote over here.
Hey, Hoss, I know you're on here. It's Chris's fault. We're running late. You want to beat somebody up, it's him.
Both of them, that one and the other one.
See,
Welcome to G.W.R. It wouldn't be G.W.R. if we didn't have a technical difficulty at the beginning. There we go. Didn't have the remote. It's all his fault.
Yeah, it's all my fault. Didn't have you drink.
I just played Chris. I told Hoss.
Hey.
Actually, he's on here now. I'm sure it's Chris's fault. We're running late. If you go smack anybody around, it's him.
Yep, Hoss is on there, and Warren Misery's on there.
What's up, Warren? Mr. Huxley?
Mr. Huxley. Man, you're being of all form.
Hey.
Hi, Kelly. Hope you're feeling better.
I cross Mr. Huxley's path more than you guys do. You got to be respectful. He don't put up no shit. Hi, Mr. Shane Cowser.
Shane Cowser. Well, we're going to start off with our independent wrestling report. Marcus, if I remember right, you was at WCW on Friday night, correct?
It's been almost a week. Well, it will be a week. So
yeah.
Bear with me on this because it's been a week. All right. Try to get through this. All right. Kenneth James and Jordan James defeated Will Asher and Timmy Jackson in the opener. Then Cecil Cerveza versus Mike Noble. That ended in a no contest when the James King, led by TJ Powers, attacked Cecil, Will Asher, and then Will Asher and Timmy Jackson came in to make the save. Attacked them. Okay, anyway. Let me try that again. Cecil versus Mike Noble ended in a no contest because the James Gang and TJ Powers showed up and attacked them. Well, Will Asher and Timmy Jackson came in to make the save, and Mike Noble went with the James Gang, and they thumped literally everybody in the ring and left. So now Mike Noble is with TJ's henchmen. I don't know what else to call it. Yeah, see? You got to listen to Haas. So did you get all that? Mike Noble is now part of the James Gang's TJ Powers. And TJ Powers came up to me Friday and says, don't you worry what's in those damn envelopes. It's not your damn business. So, I don't know what's going on with that. David Light defeated Brody Botkins to retain.
Something definitely going on there.
Yeah, so definitely. David Light defeated Brody Botkins to retain the WCW Gunslinger title, but Brody's leg was literally, he was damn near hanging out of the ring. His leg was over the top or the bottom rope, and I don't know how the referee didn't know when he's like practically counting on top of the ring post, but okay. Then we had the contract signing between Cameron Saturn and Zay Cates. It's going to be a ladder match. That's what Cameron made it. At Victory Lane, which is now tomorrow. Then Zay challenged Cameron to an arm wrestling match, and you always know how them end up. as they blindsided him, and literally the entire locker room emptied out and broke loose and set up the main event for the end of the night. And I'll get with that. Pogo and Max Sterling defeated Hidari and Tajay. See, now I screwed it up. It's been a week since I've said it. How do you say that name again?
Tajon Kage.
Yeah.
Tajon.
All right. Maliko defeated Hawks Huxley to retain the WCW territorial title. I'm not so sure Maliko didn't grab tights. I mean, he really had him rolled up. But anyway, something pissed off Hawks Huxley because he took it out on the referee. Picked him up, slammed him around, smacked him around. Haas was not happy. I don't know if Maliko had a set of tights, if it was a fast count, what it was. But Haas did not like it, and he told the referee and showed him all about it. And the other referees come out, and it appeared that the referee that he had destroyed pissed his pants. That's what it looked like. You take that for whatever it's worth. So, and then main event was Ruthless Domination and Cameron Saturn, which was set up in that weird thing, defeated Jackson Morgan, Phoenix, and Zay Gates. And basically, Zay Gates ran out of the ring. Jumped over the guardrail, ran through the crowd, and out the door. So yeah, it was hard to remember that. It's been a week. Fast counted. I knew something was up. I still think he had some tights, but I'm not sure. You look at the picture; it looks kind of like he does.
I think Marcus is a little scared of Haas.
Yeah, you're.
Well, you will be what you see next time, and he comes up.
and Warren.
Yeah, why Warren trying to get us hit before?
So Warren is my manager. So if he manages me and Chris, so if there's any problems, just take it up with him.
It didn't take him long to throw Warren under the bus.
Well, he threw us under the bus.
I know.
Throw me under the bus, yeah.
Wow.
So just take it up with him. He handles all that stuff outside of the ring, inside the ring. Anything that you need to throw forearms, take it up with Warren. Okay, Chris, we went to a show on Sunday at FEW. Marcus couldn't make it because of
Kelly is sick.
Kelly's been under the weather. So
Kelly's still sick.
matter of fact, Chris is going to be showing that show tonight. We decided on time yet?
9
o'clock tonight. We'll be showing the show that we was at FEW on Sunday. Very good show. I really loved it. That was really good. Had some good matches. I'm not going to go through all the card, but the main event was my favorite match. I had Chase Owens against G.W.R. That was my favorite match of the night. But there's some real good matches on the card. Alex Bolton is doing a real good job. I mean, it's
here you go, making his head bigger.
How long?
Keep telling you about
how long is that promotion? How long has he had it? About a year.
I actually had it 100% first of the year. Well, Thanksgiving. Well, I got to watch how I say this. He didn't have full control at Thanksgiving, but shortly afterwards he did. So I'd say maybe the first of the year that he has fully been in control of FEW. I better leave it at that because I don't know.
Okay, so I mean, he's making big strides.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah, making big strides. I thought it was a really good show. Had a decent crowd considering being Memorial Day and the weekend and the race was going on while the show was going on because the race had to start late. But I thought it was a really good show. So check that out tonight. I think you'll be really happy if you do.
Oh, yeah, they're doing damn good work over there. Yeah.
I was thinking about walking the damn building next show. You guys keep talking like that. Is that just going to keep?
Well, and the other thing, he's a good guy, but he's finally growing some balls too. He's getting control of his locker room and his guys, and instead of him putting up the ring and tearing down the ring himself, he's getting people to, hey, you got to help. And so I was proud of that. I think he's doing a real good job.
No, he's doing a good job. I just like messing around with him, but I thought it was a good show. I like the Elgin and Saturn match.
Yeah, that's
well.
what I want to see, so I'll make sure I watch that.
The Chase Owens and G.W.R. match was real good as well. But yeah, there wasn't a bad match on the show.
No, there wasn't.
I thought it was a good night.
Yeah, very good. Next up, we're going to do a little review of some wrestling that went on this past weekend. I don't remember which one I had first. King and Queen of the Ring. Um, the pre-show match had Belair and Cargill defeating Indy Hartwell and Candice LeRae. Uh, Mark, look up this. Might look up that match, just the finisher, the ending. I think you'd really like that finisher. They come up with a very good, interesting finisher. Thought the match was pretty good. I think their double teamwork is real good. Cargill still got to improve, but I think that's why she's with Belair. So it was on the pre-show, but it was solid. The next up, we had Becky Lynch versus Liv Morgan. Thought it was a pretty decent match. Thought it was pretty good, but Liv Morgan wins the title from Becky Lynch, and with the help of Dirty Dom. Now, whether it supposedly was an accident, but we'll see as that story goes on. I think we're going to find out different. But Liv Morgan is the new women's champion on Monday Night Raw. Next up was Sami Zayn, Chad Gable, and Bronson Reed. Reed takes the pin. Sami Zayn wins the match. Crowd was really nuts for Sami Zayn. I mean, he was really, really big there, and I thought it was really good. I really liked the match a lot. Next up, we had Nia Jax versus Lyra Valkyrie. Thought it was a pretty good match. I thought the ending. That's another one you might check the ending of that match. Where she's in the corner and Lyra Valkyrie's trying to throw her off the top rope, standing, and Nia Jax ended up going into her finisher and just basically squashing her. It was abrupt. I mean, it was so abrupt. I jumped out of my chair. I mean, I'm like, what the hell? But it was crazy. But it was a pretty good match. Next up was Randy Orton and Gunther. Old school match. Great storytelling. Just loved the match. Now, the question was Randy's shoulders down. They was not down. I think they're building a story there. I'm going to make a prediction. Gunther won the match. They said that referees' decisions can't be changed. So he is the king of the ring, and he will get a shot at SummerSlam against the Raw champion, whoever that is at the time. But Randy will get another shot at Gunther. And what I think is going to happen, my prediction is Randy's going to beat Gunther this time, and Randy will get a shot at SummerSlam against the SmackDown champion.
No, I think I see a triple threat.
Well, the winner of the King of the Ring is supposed to take on the champion from their brand. Randy's on the SmackDown side.
All right.
So I think that's the way you get him to Cody.
No, that's still be good.
Yeah, that'd be great. So that's my prediction. We'll see what happens there. The last match was Cody Rhodes versus Logan Paul. I thought it was really good. Thought that towards the end a little bit overbooked, but the crowd loved it. Thought it was real good. I thought it was a B. I thought the show was about a B plus. So a lot of storytelling in this pay per view. The wrestling was good, but the storytelling was really good. Next of all was AEW Double or Nothing pay per view. I only got to see about 4 or 5 matches. I missed the first half because I was at FEW. So I'll go over what I seen. I got to see the barbed wire cage match with Malachi Black and Edge. Thought it was real good. My only problem with this match is Edge, why are you jumping off a 20-foot cage and trying to land on your feet and hit an elbow drop, and now you have a broken leg? They got to chill with the crazy spots. I don't know if it's the owner. I don't know if it's the writers. I don't know if it's the bookers. I don't know if it's just the talent, but they got to chill. But it was a good match. It was bloody as heck. A lot of cool spots. I just wish that spot wouldn't have happened. Next up, Mercedes Moné against Willow Nightingale. Thought it was a pretty good match. I thought Mercedes looked good. Thought she looked real good, matter of fact. But she is the new TBS champ. Willow Nightingale looked good, but you could tell the experience difference and not being against somebody. She probably hasn't wrestled anybody that good before. But I still thought Willow did good. Next up was Swerve Strickland versus Christian. Really liked this match a lot. Swerve got the win. Thought it was a really good match. I thought it made Swerve look pretty good. And the last match was Anarchy in the Arena. I'll be straight up honest. I really didn't care for this match. Just not my style. You set a guy on fire with a blowtorch. That's one thing, but then you have that same guy who gets caught on fire to make the pin. 3 minutes later in the match. I think that's stupid booking. So, thought what I seen of the show, I'll give it a B. My grandson Austin, who I respect his opinion, he give it a B or B minus. He watched the whole show. He watched the pre-show, and that's the other thing, just too long. Pre-show started at 6:30. The main show started at 8. It didn't end, so that's just really long. But I know it seemed like the fans pretty much liked it pretty well. So I thought it was a pretty good show.
Hey, what's up, Glenn?
I'm surprised
Glenn.
Glenn has time to come in here and say hi.
You know, Warren did mention that MJF came back, and I thought that was great. Warren, didn't you think it was weird that MJF came back and then he's not back on TV on last night? Wouldn't you feature him? I mean, because to me, that was one of the biggest things coming out of the pay-per-view, honestly. MJF coming back is big for them, I think. But we'll see. Real quick in news, Becky's contract runs out Saturday. And it doesn't look like she's going to resign right now. I don't think she's necessarily signing anywhere else right now. I think she's just going to go home and stay home for a while. So that'll be interesting to see what happens with her. Do you guys think that she might go to AEW or go somewhere else?
I know.
I think she's going to take time for her child. What, the child probably be 2-3 years old now?
Yeah.
Might be time to spend more time with her kid. It'd be my guess.
Well, also Seth is out right now too, and she was supposed to be on vacation. She was supposed to be on vacation during this time, but since Rhea got hurt, she took up the story to get Liv over. So we'll see what happens. Yeah, but I agree. I think she'll stay with WWE, or again, she might just take 6 or 7, 8 months off for a while before she does anything. Next thing I had here.
Warren says she'll stay in WWE.
Yeah.
And he said they had a lot to set up last night.
Huh?
About MJF, he said they had a lot to set up last night. I guess that's what he's saying. That's why they didn't have him on there.
I agree, man, but if you announce he's going to be there, I think it's going to help your ratings. I think he's the biggest star they've got by far, in my opinion. I don't think it's even close as far as the fans concerned. Next up, NXT. Some big stuff happened there Wednesday night. Jordan Grace from TNA, their world's women's champion, showed up and challenged Roxanne Perez, the NXT women's champion, to a match at Battleground for the NXT championship. Thought it was really well done. I seen an interview with Jordan Grace a little bit earlier. She said that nobody knew that she was coming in, not even Roxanne Perez. They decided they was going to tell Roxanne about 5 minutes before they was going on the air with that segment. Roxanne will forget it now. I don't want to know. I'll just go to the ring and I'll find out when I get in the ring. So she had no idea who was coming out to be her challenger for this match. Yeah, it's really cool.
That's fantastic.
Who would ever think that you would hear a TNA chant at an NXT show? Because Roxanne's a heel and they hate her. So when Jordan Grace came out, they was yelling TNA, 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 had a big chant. So I thought that was pretty cool. But that wasn't the end for the surprises. They've had a storyline going on where some wrestlers have got attacked, and Trick Williams has been accused of doing it, and he was in the middle of telling his girlfriend, Lash Legend, that he didn't do it. The lights go out, and he gets attacked by Ethan Page, who used to be in TNA, also and lastly was in AEW. And he's there now. So he attacks Trick, and it's interesting because it looks like he's going to go right into the main event story coming in last night and probably wrestle on the Battleground pay-per-view against Trick Williams. Whether it's for the belt or not, we'll see on the 9th. So thought that was some interesting stuff. Another interesting note I had was Paul Heyman has been now been working with Bron Breakker behind the scenes, also working with all the new talent that's came in recently from NXT. He's been working with all these people, getting them prepared for WWE and helping with storylines. So I think that's interesting that Triple H is getting Paul Heyman more involved with stuff. And now our topic for tonight that we was going to go over was favorite matches and moments at promotions that we have been at. And Marcus, I was going to say if you wanted to go first.
All right. Everybody got to remember exactly what I've seen. So I've seen a lot of stuff. All right. Favorite matches. And this is just, well, no, I got one. All right. The all-time favorite, Dick the Bruiser versus Great Wojo, the Riot of 85. Still my number one match of all time. 1985, nobody has yet to top that. We hit 40 years next year. And nobody has yet to top that moment. So, somebody get a damn riot going. That's all. That's all right. I want a riot. Hawks, you can probably get a riot going. Anyhow, you guys didn't see it. Michael Elgin versus Brandon Day, FEW a few months ago. Very, 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 very well done. It's right now in the top 5 of match of the year for this year. And then one from last year, and Chris seen it, but Tony, you did not. Funny Bone versus Jordan James in the hardcore, whatever you call that, violent chant moment.
Yep. I didn't see it. I watched it live as you guys put it out. It was very good.
Yep, that was fantastic. And then moments, well, Kelly and I getting the Dave Schultz Award earlier this year at Bearcat Rumble. Got to commentate at Retromania again with Powers of Pain, Demolition, Jimmy Hart, big names from my earlier times in the watching, and then I get to commentate. And then, of course, just doing Inside the Deb for 2 weeks this past month because Big Pete was out. So that's what I had for right now. Okay. And there's tons more. But that was just the ones that hit the top of my head when I first started writing them down.
Chris, you want to go next? Because I got a lot.
Well, one of mine was the Jordan James and the Funny Bone at the Cornfield of Carnage this past year. First time I ever heard a violence chant at a wrestling show. And then I also had from the first Cornfield Carnage, IK3 versus Jake Oman. It was the opening match of that show, and that still might be one of the best. It still might be the best match I've seen. That match was awesome. Rachel Canadian Destroyer off the top rope at Comic-Con. The first year we was at Comic-Con, I thought she broke the Russian's neck. One that we just saw last week, Zay jumping from one ring into the other, hitting this frog splash on Dalton Love. Joey and Skull Crusher taking over the announce table. That has to be one of the moments. Jeremy Hadley. Well, one time at Warrior Pro doing commentary with us the whole show. That was awesome too. But then at New Era when he set for like one match with me and Stevie that night, I won't forget that. He was all over us. That was funny.
It was great.
And Stevie took it personal. It was really bad.
Oh, I was on the floor laughing. You're at the house because I was sick. That's why I didn't go.
And then another moment was the first year, actually both years at Comic-Con, but especially that first year, the closeout match of the show, and then playing Basher's music and everything.
Very emotional.
That'd be a moment I always remember. Can't forget Mike King going off the top rope a couple weeks ago through the table.
Biggest bullfrog splash in history.
And then just some other ones like getting to sit outside and talk to the Godfather and just some of the wrestlers that we've got to meet along the way so far. Got to talk to Devon a little bit. There's been a lot of them that I've got to talk to, which has been pretty cool.
Is that it? Okay, I did mine kind of by promotion, just some highlights and more moments than matches necessarily. Maybe some matches in there too. WCWO, I think it was the first show that we went to. Not it was the second one. is before we was did any shows there uh, that we put out. It was Joey attacking Blake Money Wright with that car part. Was it a fender or a bumper or a hood? I can't remember what exactly it was, but
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. I
that
was
was
there.
one of the damnest things. That was one of the damnest things I ever seen. I wasn't expecting that, and it was crazy. Um, that seeing IK3 for the first time,
Yep.
not knowing who the hell he was,
Mm.
and the dude walks out in a t-shirt and gym shorts and goes to the concession stand and gets water and bitching about it being too hot in there. And I'm like, who's this clown? Who's this guy? I mean, I'm just being honest. That's what I was thinking. And then he proceeded to beat the crap out of his opponent,
Dutch.
Dutch boy, Dutch Platinum, excuse me. I mean, just beat the holy crap out of him, and I'm like, Jesus. But yeah, that was the first time actually had seen him once before, but didn't know it was him. He was under a mask.
Yep.
But the interview that we did at the Dub with Joey, I thought was really cool. There at the Dub is one of the first interviews I think he had done uh, with anybody, if not the first with a podcast. Um, a match that stands out to me was Malenko and Hadari inside the steel cage at that cage of fire that night when they was hitting so hard and they was hitting the cage and they was breaking the damn wire ties
Oh, yeah.
off the cage. It just and that was the only match I put down. There's a bunch of matches I could put in. And then like you said about Comic Con, that first year was just special. It was the first time we ever done anything like that. And so that was my WCWO stuff. Uh, Next I got DCCW. And one of the things you brought up is just not necessarily meeting them, but meeting them, and then just seeing the stars. And you mentioned, getting to see the Barbarian, the Warlord, the Powers Pain, Gangrel, Devon Dudley, Buff Bagwell. You wasn't there that night. The Boogeyman, Rikishi, seeing all these guys Brian Pillman Jr., seeing all these guys that DCCW brings in, is really cool, a lot of fun. The other thing I had was Rikishi giving Hollywood House the stink face. I wish we could bring him back in and have that done again a couple more times. Joey Owens and Skull Crusher taking over G.W.R. at the DCCW show. Of course, I'll never forget that. I want that at my funeral. So, seen some of the best matches there, and that goes to the credit of Jared Bird and Joey Owens, also involved in that, and Terry Coons. So thank them for the great shows that they put on and the great matches. And DCCW does a great job, as is WCWO. Next up is World Pro Wrestling. The very first fair fight that we did, I thought was really great, really cool. The cage match with Jake Carter and Blake Wright with Buck Sexton as the ref, I thought was really good. Jesse Winchester returning from injury and how much he improved. Unfortunately, hurt again now, but went on a tear, won the World Pride Championship, and then from there won the World Pro Championship, Heavyweight Championship. Zay Gates winning the World Pride Championship in a cage match from Winchester. And another moment that really stands out to me there is Heart and Soul winning the tag team titles. That really stood out to me. FEW, I tell you, I think he's really doing really good with some of the people that they've got there. Jacob Rose is a guy that I hadn't seen before, and also Brandon Day is a guy that I hadn't seen before to go in there. So they got two really good stars there. I think Alex does a really good job. He's trying very hard to learn the business, learn it the right way. He's going to all promotions, trying to learn from promoters, and I think he's doing really good. I can see a big improvement over the last 3 or 4 months. So he should be proud of himself, and hopefully his head can get through the door when he hears this. But they're a great community partner too for Greenfield, doing a real good job. Trying to help out in Greenfield with whether it's the police department or whatever he's doing. And it's a newer promotion. Also, I think they got a great venue. So I think they're doing really, really good work. Next up, I had AACW. Christian Cash winning the heavyweight championship in the steel cage stands out to me. Hog winning in the bull rope match. I thought was really, really loved it. It was really old school. So right down my alley. The ladies' man Mike King promo on JH Hogg when he was on commentary. I think Jay Hogg was with us, but Mike went crazy. So that's something that I'll never forget. And they've got a lot of good talent. And the other thing that stands out with me with ACW is their fans. I think they got great fans.
Mhm.
So that's pretty much what I've got, guys. I think we're pretty well done, unless anybody's got anything else.
We've got a lot of shows this weekend. I can run some of them down.
Okay. Yeah, we'll be
Saturday will be WCWO in Lebanon.
yes.
Yeah, I don't know if you heard. I probably won't be anywhere this weekend. Kelly's pretty sick, so
Doors open at 6, I believe. Wrestling at 7.
all right. Let's check this out. Yep, like you said, Lebanon Blitzkrieg takes place. WCW Blitzkrieg, Lebanon. Doors at 6, bell at 7.
Marcus, read this shit up on the screen.
Shit.
We said great or good moments. We didn't say bad moments or nightmares or anything.
Oh, man.
All right, we're going to continue. Well, tomorrow night at the Dub is
Yes.
Victory Lane, Cameron Saturn versus Zay Gates in the ladder match. Now, these matches are supposed to take place outside behind the Dub. If the weather holds, that's the last I heard. Reggie has not done it inside the Dub. That's the only match that I know that's taken place.
Where's Reggie at?
Oh, who knows where Reggie's at? But he didn't do no inside the Dub. I'm thinking that, I don't know. I thought I heard another match, but that's the match I know of. June 1st, Saturday down in Columbus. It's called Emerging Stars. It's the Steve Brandon Memorial. It's like a King of the Ring taking place at Columbus at the fairgrounds. And that's Saturday. Victory Lane tomorrow.
The weather looks good. The weather looks good for tomorrow. So
Big shout out to Cecil Cerveza, and hopefully these take place because it's supposed to rain again on Saturday. Summer Shock, that's taking place actually in Oakwood, Illinois at the 210 Saloon, right off the interstate, right off 74. It's now called All Vermilion Wrestling. This is his debut with that title, so hopefully that takes place. And then on Sunday, I have Indiana Heritage Wrestling. That's taking place down in Seymour, Indiana at the Racing Mason Pizza and Fun Zone. Doors at 2, bell at 3. And we get to miss that again this time.
Marcus, our friend Billy Buzz bet on some on the races this past weekend and won $1,750.
Damn, that's pretty good.
Congratulations, Billy.
Yeah, no kidding.
Well, yeah, that's a nice parlay.
Wonder if him and Big Glenn's related. He wins. Billy Buzz don't win near as much as Big Glenn, but he wins.
Yeah, Cecil's show kids are allowed. Yes.
Okay.
It is called a saloon, but if they stay away from the bar, I mean, they can eat in the restaurant and they can go to the show. So yes, thank you, Kelly, for saying that. Can I do a couple?
Warren Misery's going to be there. He'll be covering it.
I have.
I was going to say, because I know, like, at the bars here, like the bars here in Muncie and stuff now, if they serve food, kids are allowed to go in there and eat up to like a certain time.
Can I announce some out of state shows? Well, I did one. Cecil's.
Yeah.
Some of my buddies down in Kentucky is running Elite Wrestling Alliance it's called the Nicholsonville Lockdown. It's in Nicholsonville, Kentucky. That's tomorrow night. Elite Wrestling Alliance, I've been to one of their shows. They do very well. And War 21, Hall of Fame 12. I think that takes place. Yep, that's tomorrow. That's in Lima, Ohio. Our good friend Will the Thrill will be on that show in the semi-main event. And so will Apollo Star and his son will be on that show. Brandon Day is on that show. I think G.W.R wrestles for that company as well. So some of the people we know from here will be on that
That's
event.
that one that
Thomas Williams, War.
Yeah, that's a heck of a parlay win for Billy. But Glenn got his picture taken with
Bill.
Bill in Victory Lane on Sunday.
And also on
Yeah,
Saturday,
War is a great
OVW. Is it OVW? Logansport? Yeah, OVW
Yes.
Logansport.
Yes.
Free show, but again,
Logan.
that's going to have to be weather permitting because that's an outdoor show as well. So, and that's a
Yeah.
free show.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, War does damn good work. I need to get over there. I know Alex went over there to learn from Thomas, and he does have talent coming from over there. I know some of the talent also works for AACW, Will the Thrill, who I've become friends with pretty good here in the last couple months. So, yeah, good work. And they do banners. They can give you ring parts if you need to repair your ring. They can set you up with ring entrance curtains. DCCW, WCWO, those came from Mr. Williams over at War. Designed those, and the Cornfield Carnage one that you'll see later in the year came from him. And yeah, that guy does good work. We need to do it.
I've got a friend that's real good friends with the guy that runs that company, and I've heard nothing but good things from him, and also from other people. He's pretty well respected. So, yeah, you wouldn't go wrong going there for a show. You mentioned free show. Speaking of a free show, June 15th here in Muncie, Indiana, Juneteenth. Don't know the time yet, but it's DCCW, and I know WCWO people will be there too, and it'll be a great show. Absolutely free. It's a great event. Juneteenth is. Again, I don't know the time. It'll be somewhere in the evening, 3, 4, 5 o'clock.
Like afternoon, yeah.
Yeah, so as soon as we know the time on that, we'll let everybody know. But again, that's June 15th here in Muncie, Indiana at McCullough Park on one of the basketball courts.
Yeah, I went last year. You guys hit the last 2 years. I went last year. Yeah, we had a good time.
Yep.
It was a good time.
Yeah, very good.
And AACW's got a show coming up on the 22nd, I think. They're showcasing the women.
Yes,
and
that's 22nd.
Justin Danger gets his, I'm assuming, well, I wouldn't say he gets it. Bobo Brazil gets his third shot at the U.S. title against Justin Danger. Justin Danger has no help this time. No one is allowed at ringside at all. So we'll see where that goes. Plus, you'll see Leela Feast, Carter Kaufman, and a couple other ladies. And I'm sure there's more ladies coming. But
What do you think about, Marcus? What do you think about them getting that women's division going?
I think it's fantastic. I mean, you guys know how I feel. I know I'd like to see the women wrestling each other. If you have that many women on your show, then you need to have your women wrestling the women. So, yeah, I'd like to see that. Alex is doing pretty good with his women division. I know he's had issues with these women here lately, but I think AACW is going to show people how it's done, to be honest with you, when this ladies division gets put together. Because you don't see a lot of ladies divisions anywhere. So I know JICW has a few women that wrestle regularly, but I don't know. NGW did, but of course they didn't wrestle each other. They wrestled men, and I didn't quite agree with that.
The guy up in Lafayette, he's doing pretty good with his women's division.
Brian Roberts, Brian
Yes.
Smith at BMFX. Yes, he's doing very good with his women's division as well. So,
Yeah, I'd be willing to say he's probably got, as of now in Indiana, he's got the best women's division. I would think.
yeah, I have to agree with that.
Well, all right. Well, do you have anything else?
No, I think I'm good to go.
All right. We appreciate everybody watching. Please hit that subscribe button on YouTube at Gonzo'S Sports Room. Like and follow Facebook, Twitch, Twitter, Instagram, all at Gonzo'S Sports Room as well. Join us here in about an hour and a half for FEW Bulletproof. Took place over the weekend. That'll be on YouTube and Twitch and X at 9 p.m. tonight at Gonzo'S Sports Room. Thanks for joining us, and we'll see you guys next time.
The last
That'd be absolutely devastating.
Here, this is G.W.R show. They've been trying to get me on this broadcast forever, and this is the worst damn podcast I've ever been on. So you all can kiss my ass while I win this match.